Good afternoon, I am Seth Yarbrough.
And I'm William Jacobs.
Today we are broadcasting from Biotech News Studios in Las Vegas, Nevada. The topic for today will vary from glow-in-the-dark cats to spider goats.
But for now, we will talk to you about, well, their gas. A cow that weighs up to 1,200 pounds can consume a total of 24 pounds of hay a day each.
The hay and grass that is going in must eventually come out. The thing that does come out is methane. Methane is an odorless, colorless gas that is the main constituent of natural gas. Methane that comes from the cows is produced by bacterium that comes from cows' high cellulosic diet of hay and grass. Scientists have researched this, and it shows that methane is the second highest contributor to the greenhouse effect, which is why they would like to reduce it.
Scientists at the University of Alberta identified the bacterium that does this and have already genetically engineered cows that produce 25% less methane. Scientists may have made the designs and produced some, but there still are a lot of tests that need to be made to make sure that they are for sale or safe for the cows. Scientists have estimated these cows will be able for purchase and development by 2020.
The group that is responsible for the brilliant idea and environment saver is Target 100. Tim Flannery was signed on as the face of the whole operation, and he said that this was vital for the long-term survival of the farming and agricultural industry. It is said that lessening the amount of methane is not only a positive impact, but it also can increase the productivity of farming animals. Also, studying and researching has shown that as the future goes on, this can only get better, because if two methane-reduced cows breed, then the offspring will produce even less methane.
Scientists have stated that as research goes farther, they estimate that they can eliminate up to 40% of the methane produced by cows. The most important aspect that is coming from the study is scientists are already thinking of other, far greater things that can spread from this. Some of these aspects include animal life cycle assessments, microbes that can suppress methane production in the digestive system, manure management, and creating energy from solid livestock waste. Also, studies have shown that cows raised on farms produce 8% less toxic gas than those raised in factories.
Well, that wraps up our session. Now we will send you to Zach Denny and Dylan Weaver reporting to you about fast-growing salmon. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Zach Denny, and this is Dylan Weaver.
The facts are in. Salmon has been modified to grow a lot faster and have a lot more eggs.
The company's name that produces this fast-growing fish is AquaBounty, and they created this fish by mixing the genes from Chinook salmon and deep-sea eelfish.
There are some benefits to this, like more fish, cheaper prices at restaurants, and less commercial fishing.
Some problems with this fish are that they can wipe out other species. We do not know the health risks of these fish, and the genes from the super salmon could be transferred to the humans and pets that consume them.
As we continue to follow up on the story, we will let you know everything we know. The matter of the fish is a matter of opinion.
Thank you for listening to the Super Salmon, and now we pass this broadcast over to Andrew Oakley and Donovan Holt.
Hello people of RCS, I'm Andrew Oakley and I'm here with Donovan Holt today to discuss the genetically modified corn given to deer to produce the outrageous antler size.
So, you may think this corn is perfectly fine for the deer. However, the corn actually produces pesticides that may be harmful to the deer.
Well, Donovan, I killed many small bucks in my lifetime and none of them seem to be nothing wrong with them, so what's the concern?
Well, Andrew, the concern is that we may be harming our deer without even knowing it. Studies say that 60% of our deer are fed corn each year.
Wow, 6%? That's a lot. As a hunter, I use many tracks on my deer, and they seem to work very, very well, especially corn.
The corn given to them is supposed to fatten them up and increase antler size. Without being told, the corn could actually harm them.
You're right, the corn could infect them and their insides with pesticides, destroying the meat so we could not consume them.
Which begs the question, why do we feed them this?
Thank you for tuning in with us this Friday afternoon. I'm Andrew Oakley, and tune in next time for a discussion on genetically modified turkeys.
This is Biotech News at RCS. I'm Brian Henderson, and this is my co-anchor, Sarah Sumner.
We are here today to tell y'all about an amazing new biotech discovery.
Well, I was watching Spider-Man the other day and saw that his web was extremely strong.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I believe there are new silk goats in the U.S.
I hear about them too. I read somewhere that there's a farm in Tennessee where goats are being milked for their spider webs.
We read about that in biotech class the other day.
Yes, we were. Miss Lunsford said that the web is so strong and useful that we wanted to make the web easier to get.
Spiders just don't produce enough nowadays, do they?
I guess not. Goats are being used now.
That is bizarre. On the radio the other day, Randy Lewis, the biologist, was on air stating that within 2 years, spider silk milked their goats could replace your body, tired or strained tendons and ligaments, maybe even bones.
I might have to give me some of that. That is terrific. As Sarah was saying, the silk can be used for many things. They can now be used to also dress wounds with very fine degrees of success. The goats provide much more silk than spiders.
But how do they get the silk in the DNA?
Well, researchers inserted a spider's dragline silk gene into the goat's DNA in such a way that the goats would make the silk protein in their milk.
Well, that makes sense now.
Well, that concludes our story. Also, in case y'all were wondering, no goats were harmed in the making of silk milk.
Now we are trying to get over to Cole Strickland and Carter Brown with venomous cabbage.
Hi, I'm Cole,
And I'm Carter.
and we studied venomous cabbage.
The venom was extracted from scorpions. The venom has been modified to only hurt caterpillars.
The idea of venomous cabbage is to cut down on pesticides.
The study of venomous cabbage was not performed on the human cell or healthy cells. It was performed on breast cancer cells.
The toxin targets the gene AAIT, which is poisonous to insects and is completely safe for humans.
Although there has not been any long-term studies on how it may affect humans, many believe it will be fine.
It is unclear at this time whether or not this GMO cabbage will effectively kill insects, as the study of its toxicity states that its effectiveness is limited by ingestion.
Keep a watchful eye on the latest genetically modified crop to hit the supermarket shelves.
Now coming up next is Brandon, Tyler, and Jacob.
Hypoallergenic plants are more common than they used to be. Now even more so than ever. We all know that hypoallergenic plants are better suited for allergy sufferers, and the lack of dander in the fur or hair in some breeds is due to having an undercoat. Dander is one of the main causes of being allergic to animals. Dander is present in the fur or hair of animals.
The hypoallergenic gene can appear naturally in an animal's genotype, or more recently, it can be artificially inserted into an animal's genotype in the hope of the gene appearing. But much controversy has risen from this, specifically the process of inserting genes and altering the genetic makeup of an animal. This process can cause the price of an animal to skyrocket. For example, a hypoallergenic cat from Africa Lifestyle Pets can cost from $8,000 up to $30,000 due to the small chance that the gene may not appear at all. And this comes with some disgruntled customers who are upset after paying thousands of dollars, find that the cats are no different than an ordinary cat from the animal shelter.
It seems they are still figuring things out.